QuickBooks Pro Plus Desktop 2022 OneNote Presentation, Profit and Loss, P&L, Income Statement Overview. Let's get into it with Intuit's QuickBooks Pro Plus Desktop 2021. If you have access to OneNote, would like to follow along, icon, left-hand side, topic introductions, 3020, profit and loss, P&L, income statement overview. Also take a look at the immersive reader tool, topic introductions, also in the text area with the same name, same number, but with transcripts that can be translated into multiple languages, either listened to or read in them. Same name and number as presentations as well. Topic introductions designed to give an introduction to the topic, provide screenshots, links where applicable, give accounting background to complement the presentations, and provide those screenshots that can be used to follow along with the presentations if you don't have access to the software at that time. Closing the icon on the left-hand side, we're looking at the P&L, profit and loss, otherwise known as the income statement. You can get there by going to the reports drop-down, company and financial, profit and loss report. The P&L can also be called the income statement. It's a timing report. It's got to have a beginning and ending date, in other words, as opposed to the balance sheet, which is as of a point in time having one specific date. You could scrunch the whole income statement up by closing up all the triangles. You could think about the income statement as, in essence, only having two types of account, income or revenue, and expenses, the difference between the two being the bottom line of net income. But we often want to put some more stops along the way, including cost of goods sold and then other types of expenses. The cost of goods sold and the income items are driven by the system knows to put those in their own category by the account types, as we can see down here, income account types and cost of goods sold account types. Then the other kind of categories that we will have in here will be designated by our sub-accounts, such as this item as well. The income line items are typically going to be less than the expense line items because we're going to focus in on a few things to do for work. The cost of goods sold usually is only going to be one or two accounts, but in a job cost system such as this, we could have more given the special nature of the job cost system. Then we're looking at the expense accounts, which is usually the largest category of expenses and where we have the most flexibility as the bookkeeper to add more or less detail. This bookkeeping system added many more subcategories added here. These triangles not driven by the account types, but rather by the bookkeeper creating sub-accounts, such as this insurance account, increasing the detail, giving us two extra line items and a subtotal, however, increasing the complexity as well. So there's a trade-off between the two. At the bottom of the income statement, we got other income, and you could have other expenses line items that you didn't want to include in ordinary income because they're not part of normal operations, but we want to add them on down at the bottom. This total net income, the $213,560.69, will also be found on the balance sheet in the equity section. Not a traditional thing to do for normal financial accounting, but it does give you an idea of how the income statement fits into the balance sheet, how the balance sheet and the income statement are really one whole thing that constitute, in essence, the double entry accounting system.